5 most dangerous creatures living in the deep sea. If you're not scared after this, you're probably not human. Comment which creature you think is the scariest. But first, you will have amazing luck if you like and subscribe to my channel before this video ends. First is Camarasaurus. This thing looks like a prehistoric nightmare with a giant cone-shaped shell and tentacles that could drag anything into the abyss. Next is the giant sea spider. It's like your regular spider, but stretched out and underwater, and somehow that makes it 100 times worse. Third is the goblin shark. This shark literally looks like it came from your worst dream. That long nose and extendable jaw. Next is the black sea devil. This thing glows in the dark and lures its prey with a light like it's saying, come closer. Finally, the big oarfish. It's long, silver, and looks like a sea serpent. Locals say seeing one means a tsunami is coming. These are the top 5 most
facts about deep sea creatures that will leave you interested and terrified. Number 1. Zombie worms feed on whale bones with acid. These worms have no mouth or stomach. They release bone-melting acid, then suck up the fat from inside whale carcasses, while being eaten alive by symbiotic bacteria. Number 2. Bearlive fish has a transparent skull. Its entire head is see-through. You can literally see its eyes floating inside like green marbles. It looks straight through its own skull to spot prey. Number 3. The black dragonfish has a glow in the dark beard. Females grow long, glowing chin barbs to lure prey in total darkness. Males, they're tiny, toothless, and don't even have a digestive system. They die after mating. Number 4. The sea devil anglerfish absorbs her mate. The male is tiny. He bites the female and then fuses to her body, rotting away until only his testicles are left. She carries him like a parasitic sperm battery. Number 5. The giant siphonophore is longer than a blue whale. It can grow over 150 feet long, but it's not one creature. It's a floating colony of tiny, connected predators that work together to sting, trap, and digest prey. Number 6. The comb jelly lights up like fireworks. Not scary? Think again. This glowing creature is a voracious hunter that uses sticky cells to trap prey, and it's completely brainless, hunting by pure instinct. Number 7. The sea spider drinks its prey's insides. It uses a long proboscis to pierce soft-bodied animals, then sucks out their internal fluids like a living syringe. It has no lungs. It breathes through its legs. Number 8. The deep sea lizardfish is a cannibal sniper. It lies flat on the seafloor, nearly invisible, then strikes with military precision. It doesn't care what it eats, even other lizardfish. If it moves, it's food. Facts about
these birds look totally fake, but they're 100% real.
Watch carefully, as the document content shows a huge creature that was calmly floating on the surface of the sea, shocking everyone with its enormous mouth that took up most of its head and extended to both sides, its long body that had no end in sight, and its curved spine that looked like a mountain range, making it look formidable and gigantic even in front of a cruise ship that was hundreds of meters long. As the rescuers slowly approached, the monster seemed to sense something and started to move its massive body, heading towards the center of the sea and stirring up huge waves, and finally disappeared into the deep sea, leaving all the witnesses unable to catch its trace again. These creatures seemed to have some kind of mysterious magnetic field that allowed them to evade the radar's detection. These monsters specialized in attacking those isolated ships that fell into their discovery. And once they found humans, these creatures would immediately dive into the deep sea and escape, leaving people to face the unknown fear in the vast sea. Countless ships sank, arousing people's interest in the mysterious creatures in the depths of the ocean, and relevant personnel launched a deep exploration. They also faced multiple attacks from the creatures as they bravely advanced into the deep sea. And finally, with the help of a lot of bait, humans finally encountered these powerful creatures that lurked in the deep water for the first time, and their true appearance was finally revealed in the human sight triggering endless curiosity and mysteries. Watch carefully.
Why do 80% of bamboo sharks end up hiding in plain sight? The answer is cooler than you think. These small, sleek sharks are masters of camouflage. With their brown and tan stripes, they blend perfectly with sandy ocean floors. Bamboo sharks are night owls. They love to hunt in the dark, snacking on small fish and crustaceans. Fun fact, they can walk on their fins. Yep, you heard that right. They use their pectoral fins to move along the ocean floor like a boss. And guess what? Bamboo sharks are super chill. They're harmless to humans and often hang out in shallow waters, making them a favorite for aquarium lovers. Ever seen a shark egg? Bamboo shark eggs look like little mermaid purses. And baby sharks, aka pups, hatch ready to swim off and start their own adventures. So next time you're at the beach or an aquarium, keep an eye out for these amazing little ninjas of the sea. You'll be glad you did. Stay fantastic, shark lovers. Why do 80% of...
Have you ever seen a fish like this? At first glance, it looks totally lifeless. It's been hanging in the sun for 6 months with no organs inside and no sign of life at all. But here's where it gets wild. Pour a little water into its mouth, and it actually starts to move. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But it's real. In a tiny village in China, someone stumbled upon a truly rare fish. It looks completely dead. But the moment water hits it, it comes back to life. One man even ran his own test. He buried several of these fish for 6 months. When he dug them up and poured water over them, their heads and mouths started to move. It's eerie, but completely real. Later, another fish just like it was found in China. It looked dry and completely dead, but once submerged in water, it moved again, hinting at some mysterious biological trait. Scientists haven't given an official explanation yet, but these videos are already racking up millions of views online. Who knows?
Watch carefully. He carefully pulled out a translucent...
Alright, check this out right here. This is why I don't go in the water. I don't know what they found in Mexico waters, but look, this right here is so-called is a squid. This creature right here is a squid called a magna pinna, and I guess it was found in Mexico. Somebody was working on the water in the oil rigs, and they recorded this creature, and this is what it is. It's supposed to be a squid, but check it out. Here's the footage. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment, and tell me how would you feel if you were in the water. Imagine seeing this in the water with you. Anyway, here's the footage. Don't forget, leave a comment.
This footage that was captured deep in the Gulf of Mexico that appears to show an abnormally large creature. Now later it was confirmed that this was a rare type of squid called a magna pinna. These creatures can grow to be over 20 feet long. What? And it's thought that they feed by dragging their long tentacles along the seafloor. But this is speculation because at the end of the day, we know very little about this mysterious
resident Ross McCauley is overlooking the water.
I want y'all to pay attention.
He records this.
It's 12 feet long, about 4 feet wide, grey in colour. It seems to be moving into the waves against the wind, occasionally breaking the surface.
Take another look. The image is hard to see, so let's zoom in, slow it down, and outline the figure in the water.
And that's from far away, bro.
And Ross's sighting isn't the only recent one.
I do this for educational and entertainment purposes only, people.
Stephen Chalice is on vacation when he snaps this unbelievable photo.
What?
I think that what I saw was 8 foot long, but there
what?
might be a bit more either end of that underneath the water, so you could be talking about a fish that was 10, 12 feet long.
Whatever this is, it's massive. Field researcher Ken Gerhardt is one of the world's foremost experts on mysterious creatures and is writing a book on Loch Ness. He has spoken to hundreds of eyewitnesses who swear Nessie exists.
The descriptions are very
all those people that seen it.
And this leads me to believe that yes, in fact, there is a population of remarkable, immense animals in Loch Ness.
So are these just big fish stories?
All right, let's talk about it. Bruh, I do this for educational and entertaining purposes only, man. Why is all these big, giant creatures coming out of nowhere. This is recent, bro. This was televised on the History Channel 8 days ago. All of these videos that I've been providing with these humongous creatures, right, is all happening recently. 2024 into the new year, we've had earthquakes, tsunamis, all types of rainstorms, tornadoes. It's been crazy. It's been crazy, and the government is hiding a lot of stuff from us, bro. And now they can't hide this. These creatures are coming out now, bro. Over there in Australia, there's some crazy things going on with these animals. And over here in Scotland, now the Loch Ness Monster. This is the Loch Ness waters right here, bro, in Scotland. So the Loch Ness Monster this whole time has been real. Hundreds of people have witnessed whatever this is right there. I want y'all to tell me what y'all think that is, bro. But this is real. These are people that really saw this. Hundreds of people, bro. These people are scared. These people are scared and they don't know what's going on, bro. They never saw this. It's always been a myth, right? The Loch Ness Monster, right? And here you have it. Leave it in the comments, hit the like button, and make sure y'all follow me here for more, man.
These are the top 5 most terrifying deep-sea creatures. They aren't just monsters, they're deep-sea nightmares that can destroy our world. Some were called legends. Others, we have footage. And the last one, they make sharks look like bathtub toys. Comment below, which one do you believe is still alive? But first, you will get a happy holy look for 1 week if you like. And subscribe if
Why do anglerfish surface? Here's the surprising truth.
Anglerfish are built for the deep sea, thriving where light never reaches. But when one surfaces, something is very wrong. 1. Illness or injury. Sickness or injury can mess with their buoyancy, causing them to float up often helplessly. 2. Environmental disturbances. Deep sea earthquakes, currents, or temperature changes can force them out of their zone. 3. Pressure change. A sudden ascent makes gases in their bodies expand, often killing them. So, if you ever see an anglerfish near the surface, it's likely not a good sign. These creatures are built for the darkness of the deep, and when they rise, it's usually their last journey.
नमस्कार दोस्तों, जनवरी 2023 की बात है.
Why has NASA stopped exploring the oceans? Watch this video to the end to find out. To date, we have explored less than 5% of our oceans. Beneath the waves, there are still countless mysteries to be solved, and many more to be discovered. Rumors of the Kraken, the Megalodon, and many other mythical creatures living in the oceans may no longer be myth, but reality. Did NASA discover something that turned it away from ocean exploration? In 1958, NASA began exploring the ocean depths. Its mission was to map the ocean floor. But on June 28, 1978, this program was abruptly halted. This decision came as a surprise and remains an enigma to this day. NASA immediately embarked on another mission, that of going into space. But this transition raises questions. What could have caused this sudden change? What really lives in the depths of the ocean? And the most intriguing question of all, what might NASA have discovered on the ocean floor? Let me know what you think in the comments, and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Why?
Take a closer look at the fish in the video. At first glance, it seems like it's guzzling seawater, as if it's incredibly thirsty. Do you think that's what's happening? Well, not quite. In fact, this fish isn't thirsty at all. It's simply taking advantage of its environment in a fascinating way. This remarkable creature is a whale shark, the largest species of predatory fish in the ocean. As it swims gracefully through the water, it keeps its enormous mouth wide open, drawing in seawater. But don't be fooled. It's not drinking to stay hydrated. It's on the hunt. The whale shark has a clever feeding strategy. It uses suction to pull in water filled with tiny fish and shrimp. Inside its mouth, specialized structures called gill rakers act like filters, expelling the water while trapping its prey. In other words, the water is just a vehicle for catching food. So, the next time you see a whale shark drinking, don't mistake it for thirst. It's simply using an ingenious method to enjoy a feast in the ocean's buffet.
The scariest creatures found in the ocean. Remember when they discovered water in the ocean? Got a goblin shark? That's not a goblin shark. I almost pooped out my lungs. Oh my gosh. That is terrifying. Like, a goblin actually looks better than that demonio. What is that? The scariest creatures.
Stunning new footage has Stunning new footage has reignited debate over one of the world's greatest mysteries, the Loch Ness Monster. A group of kayaking tourists captured video of a massive serpent-like creature surfacing just yards away from their boats. The moment sparked panic. Some froze, others scrambled to paddle away as the dark shape cut through the water silently. Local experts are reviewing the footage, but skeptics remain unconvinced. Could this finally be proof that something ancient is hiding in the depths of Loch Ness?
So did you see the video of the devilfish? The fish that they are calling the devilfish swimming to the surface? And do you know what that fish symbolizes? Alright, if you ain't see it, look at this shit right here. Look at that shit. Once you find out what that shit means, it's gonna be even scarier. Oh, nah. First of all, let's start with scientists saying that you are not even supposed to ever see that fish that close to land. They're saying that there's no way that that fish should be up that high. That fish usually swims between 200 and 2,000 meters down. What is that fish doing here? So they noticed this fish between Greece and Spain. Now you gotta ask yourself what's going on with Greece. Since January 27th, there have been more than 1,000 earthquakes in Greece. They're saying that seeing this fish could be a call from the Most High. Seeing that fish, the devilfish, that close to the surface would be a once in a lifetime thing. So now you gotta ask yourself, what's going on? Why is that fish here? I guess we're gonna find out. I'm out. So
group of divers exploring a submerged cave system was trapped when an 80-foot sea monster, resembling an octopus but with unique features, blocked their only exit. The creature got dangerously close, its massive tentacles surrounding the divers. Investigations are now underway to understand this unprecedented sighting. Group of divers
Look, did you know this is the first ever recorded video of an abyssal anglerfish rising toward the surface? Captured on February 6, 2025, this event is far from normal. Abyssal anglerfish are deep-sea creatures adapted to extreme conditions, including immense pressure, freezing temperatures, and complete darkness. Their bodies are specifically designed to survive in these depths, making their appearance near the surface highly unusual. But what happens when an abyssal anglerfish is exposed to surface conditions? The drastic drop in pressure and sudden temperature increase create an environment it cannot withstand. Its gelatinous, soft body, perfectly suited for the crushing depths, becomes incredibly fragile in shallow waters. Without the intense pressure holding its structure together, the fish's body starts to deteriorate rapidly. These deep-sea creatures rarely survive such an ascent, which is why scientists are particularly intrigued by this rare footage. How did it manage to reach the surface? Could changing ocean conditions be responsible? As researchers analyze this event, one thing is certain. This sighting offers a rare and fascinating glimpse into one of the ocean's most mysterious predators, reminding us of the secrets still hidden in the unexplored depths of our planet. Look,
most dangerous creatures of North Sea.
Yo, all hands, hoist the colors high, heave ho, thieves and beggars, never shall we die. Now song
and others sail on the sea. With the keys to the cage and the devil to pay, we lay to feed.
Most dangerous creatures of North Sea.
80,000 pounds. Just to put that in perspective, that's longer than a basketball court and heavier than 20 elephants combined. But even among these ocean giants, one whale stood out. In the icy waters off the coast of Antarctica, whalers once recorded the largest blue whale ever found. It measured an unbelievable 108 feet in length, the absolute limit of how big a whale can physically get. According to Dr. Gene Putman from St. Louis University, a whale that size would likely face serious challenges like muscle fatigue and long recovery times after diving. In other words, getting any bigger might actually be dangerous for a blue whale. That's why scientists believe in 80,000 pounds.
Have you seen the video of the devilfish? It is terrifying. You wouldn't even think this thing is real. I didn't think it was real. This is what it looks like. That's up close. Let me show you the video of it that they captured. This is insane. Take a look at this thing floating in the ocean. No. You could keep that. What makes this even more crazier is that scientists have come out and have said, you are not even supposed to ever see this fish. Tell me how insane that is. Can you imagine going snorkeling, swimming, looking under the water, and seeing that coming right at you? You're done. It is called the devilfish for a reason. Trust me, crazy video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What would you do if you encountered this thing?
There's something hiding at the bottom of the ocean that shouldn't exist. Now, you've heard of sea monsters before, but this ocean cryptid is something else. Because it's so elusive, nobody knows what it is for sure, but it's earned the name, the black carpet. And over the course of several years, divers, fishermen, biologists, and crewmen on naval ships have reportedly had encounters with this massive entity. Deep-sea divers who witnessed this thing said it looked like the ocean floor itself was moving. It's been described as this 1,000-foot wide black mass, kind of in the shape of a Portuguese man-o'-war, but also similar to a gigantic siphonophore, although it's not that exact. And it's said to be covered in thin antennae and has thousands of these retractable tentacles. And according to the stories, this thing slowly roams the ocean floor, gathering nutrients and erasing any trace of life or animal remains in its wake, but it can also hitch a ride on ocean currents for faster travel. In 2005, a story surfaced of this former worker from a German oil rig that was located between Iceland and the Faroe Islands in the North Atlantic. Allegedly, he reported that one of these black carpet cryptids invaded the machinery room of the rig and slowly began to take it over and climb up the pillars of the rig. And apparently the people in charge decided that the best course of action was to abandon the rig entirely because there was nothing they could do to fight this thing off. The official story was that there was an oil leak that couldn't be fixed, so the existence of this creature and that incident was allegedly covered up. Interestingly, it's said that the black carpet makes a similar sound to the recording of the infamous bloop.